There is not quite a show that I've loved as much for the past few years like Disney Channel's Amphibia. With its brilliant storytelling, mesmerizing animation, hilarious but also dramatic characters, it has stood the test of time as one of the best Disney Channel animated shows in recent memory. But what makes this show so great, so infamously fantastic? Well, in this My Thoughts of episode, I'm going to tell you exactly that. And though it is sad to see that the show is over, it has stood the test of time, and people have remembered, and it's stuck in people's minds for a while. And thankfully, it didn't get shoved onto Disney XD like Gravity Falls did in the second season. This show stayed on Disney Channel all the way through, and that's just great. So, what is the show's premise? Well, it's about this girl named Anne Boone Choi, who is Thai American, and is transported to this strange frog world called Amphibia, where she has to try and find a way back while also making friends with the townsfolk and her new best friend, Sprig. Now, that doesn't seem like a very particular plot, very like simple plot, but it gets really complex and unique and really intriguing as the season goes on. Also, by the way, spoilers. Just don't watch this video if there's because it's very spoiler centric. So apparently, it's what led her to actually like go to the place is actually like a string of events that's like already cursed. Like she's having a birthday, and then her best friend Sasha tells her to just ditch it and then like steal this magic musical box that Marcy suggested. Marcy Wu, played by Haley Tju. So yeah, and it's a string of events that's so confusing and so long that you just have to watch the show yourself. Anyway, so the first season of the show is just pretty basic. Season one is mainly like a very story, like I mean, the show doesn't have any filler. I mean, Matt Brawley's even said it himself. The show has no filler. It's all meant to be like part of the plot for the characters to grow. Now I already have yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. This show is absolutely hilarious. Every moment is an absolute like how do I say it? It just cracks me up. This show is so damn funny. Like this is what Disney Channel shows know how to do now. They are so hilarious. Like I'm not being sarcastic. They are actually funny. Like the guys who wrote this show are real comedians. Like they really know how to do writing. Like seriously, this is great writing, especially in season one. Now, granted, it's not as expressive as later seasons would be, especially season three. But and season one, it is the weakest season on the show, but that doesn't mean it's a bad season. It's like it's still a 7 out of 10. Like it's a genuinely, it's like the first season of the show isn't that bad, not at all. It's actually really good, and it does develop the characters a lot. That's the thing about the season. But when the plot finally gets going by the finale, which is one of the best episodes in the entire show, by the way, that's when the show starts to get good. Then we head on to the best season of the show, and one of the best seasons in show history, Amphibia Season 2. Season 2 paints a way bigger picture of the characters and is definitely way more story driven than the first. Now, season 2 does have its fair share of like very boring, not so great episodes. All the episodes are good, except for one. It's crime and pun, whatever the hell it's called. It every episode in the show is well, every episode apart from one is good. But granted, there is a few episodes that stand out from the rest and are some of the best in the entire show. And ever. It's called Croak Punishment. Rich TRM. Not Crime and Punishment. Why would it be called Crime? Anyway, so let's move on to the big episode. You know the episode I'm talking about. The episode that shocked everyone. No, it's not that one. The episode that shocked everyone and that really got people into the show. And got me into the show as well. True Mother Friggin' Colors. So spoilers, but True Colors is the best episode in the show and possibly one of the best TV episodes of all time. Yeah, that's why I said it. It's one of the best, obviously. I'm seriously struggling to think that there are any better episodes of Amphibia or any shows than this. Not only is it actually really funny, obviously as with the show, but the character drama is just so juicy. Like seriously, like Marcy's reveal is so like juicy, but it's also so twisted and dark. You wouldn't expect it in a show like this, and the twists only get crazier from there. Like granted, I did just finish DuckTales 2017, and the twists in that are completely back crap insane. So I'm just gonna, yeah. But there's one scene that stands out from the rest as one of the best in any show of all time. Anne's power scene. Not only is it visually absolutely amazing, but it also has like the one of the best musical scores I've ever heard in an animated show. Like that track is like an inspirational track. It's also like, like I keep saying like I don't know why. It's just a great scene. It's just a really great scene from a really great show. One of the best animated shows, and this is the peak of animation. This scene right here. The best animated scene I've ever seen in anything. Yeah, that's right. I said it. It's not it an not in just animated TV shows. Animation in general. This scene is so underrated. You should definitely watch it as an example of animation. And then there's this scene. Oh boy, everyone remembers this scene. The scene of Marcy getting impaled. It stuck with everyone for the rest of time as one of the darkest, most horrific moments in any show of all time. The essence, the silence, the pure shock, and then it just ends with with Anne and the planters getting transported to this place, Los Angeles. That is how you end a fucking season right there. I would talk about season 3, but season 3 is just too good to spoil. You do not want to get the season spoiled for you. Granted, the season 3B is just kind of the same thing. They're just like, building up the army, but the stuff that happens in this, you are not ready for what happens in All In and The Hardest Thing. The third and second best episodes in the show, behind True Colors, of course. I just don't know what to say. This show is just great. If I had to make a nitpick, I guess I would say that Polly is underutilized. In one of my previous videos in a different channel that's definitely not related to myself, Polly is the best character in the show, obviously. But Hop Pop does come in a close second. He's Hop Pop. I mean, he's just a charming as hell character. Everyone knows that. Like, come on. Like, come on. It's Hop Pop. You can't go wrong with Hop Pop. Hopadiah Planter. He's like, he's a riot. But the reason I like Polly more is that, like, I don't know why. I just like her more than Hop Pop. I like the both. I like all the characters equally. Some of them are underutilized, like that big Mother Newt from the Hopping Mall episode. By the way, that show is so depressing. Like this show is like the perfect combination of comedy and depression smashed together to make some absolutely unbelievable show like this. Now, granted, I do still like Gravity Falls a little bit better than this one because Gravity Falls is way more of a rise. I mean, that show is just absolutely hilarious. Everyone knows that. But this show comes in a close second as the second best animated show from Disney of all time. And one of the best animated shows I've ever seen, ever. Seriously, this show is just the perfect combination of fantasticness. I don't know if that's even a word, I don't care. This show, so first season, 7 out of 10. Bit slow, takes a while to like get going, but still a great season. Season 2, 9 out of 10. All the episodes are bangers. And then finally, third season. 8 out of 10. These two episodes save it. And also the season, and also the Earth episodes, like, come on, like. Polly just banging with Ty, so I mean, you don't know. So yeah, this show as a whole gets a 8 out of 10. I highly recommend this. If you have Disney Plus, watch the show right now. Yeah, I kind of just spoil like the first 2 seasons for you, but I mean, I'll put a disclaimer in the comments, in comments description and in the title. So yeah, watch Amphibia. You are not ready for what will happen in this absolutely marvelous show.